Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a savory and spicy soba noodle soup. It's probably the closest thing to pho that I know how to do, or pho. I'm learning slowly. I can't wait to actually learn actual pho. But this is one that I can do because it's super simple. It's buckwheat noodles called soba. I don't know if you guys know of these, but they are pretty darn delicious. Then you add into another pot. In one pot it's water and the soba noodles, boil them. In the other pot it's 2 cups of vegetable stock or vegetable broth. So I'm just putting 2 cups into a measuring cup and then pouring it into the pan. And then I'm turning that on to about medium heat. I'm also putting in a tablespoon of soy sauce. If you don't like the taste of soy sauce, I would say a teaspoon instead of a tablespoon. This is very savory, but I love it because I like savory soups. It's also very spicy, but I'll show you how to take care of that. Make sure you stir your soba noodles occasionally. Also stir your broth as it is cooking. It's a very good broth. Once it comes to a boil, take it off the heat, just let it cool down. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take some peppers or any kind of crunchy vegetable, carrots, cabbage, whatnot. I had a green pepper and I decided I want some in my soup. So I cut that up and then I cut it into matchsticks, short matchsticks. Be careful when using a knife, obviously. And I'll just speed this up. Once you have your peppers cut, you can do this in the same pot if it's been off of the flame for a little bit, but I did it in a bowl. Take 1 tablespoon of miso paste. I used white miso paste. And then you're going to take that hot broth and you're going to stir that together. I couldn't find my whisk for some reason, so I just used a fork, because why not? Probably would have taken less time had I had my whisk, but a fork will do. You don't have to have anything real fancy. Then you pour the broth in and the peppers, and I also had a little bag mix of like coleslaw mix, and I put that in as well, and it had carrots and cabbage in it. And I put all that. I drained the noodles and I rinsed the noodles out till they were very cold. I used cold water to rinse the noodles, and then I put everything in the pot: the broth, the noodles, the peppers, the cabbage, and this little bit of sambal. It is like it's a chili paste, and it is very spicy, so be careful. If you don't like a lot of spice, don't use a whole bunch. I put a little bit too much in my spoon, so I took just a little bit out. And that's all you need. Like, all you need is that much. And if you want it extra spicy, if you like spice, then use the full amount that I had originally. But I'm telling you, it was definitely enough. It was delicious. I heat all of this up until it is not boiling, because you don't really want to boil miso paste. You just kind of want to heat it all up together till the noodles are warm again. if you don't like cold noodles, which I don't like cold noodles, so I made sure to heat everything up. And then I put everything in a bowl. And then once I put all the noodles and the peppers and the cabbage in a bowl, I used my ladle to spoon out some of the broth into my bowl because the broth is the best part. In my opinion, I think it's delicious, and it keeps the flavor in the noodles more if you just keep that broth in with the noodles. So this is a very simple, savory soba noodle soup. It's savory and spicy soba noodle soup. Say that 10 times fast. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna keep making more recipes. Bye!